The 2022 Senate elections were supposed to be a massive victory for the Republican Party. Despite the map being relatively unfavorable for them in terms of states where elections were being held and incumbency advantages for Democrats, polls showed Republicans on track to win many of these races and secure a Senate majority. Unfortunately, that never materialized, and the GOP will be lucky if they even end up with a tied 50-50. Despite the disappointing performance, I encourage everyone out there to support Herschel Walker either with your money or your vote if you live in Georgia. With that, it's important to keep looking forward. The problems we had with the 2020 Senate map are completely flipped in 2024. In 2024, there are three states where Donald Trump won by sizable margins, but Democrats are up for re-election. Those states are West Virginia, Ohio, and Montana. This means Republicans have a prime opportunity to flip at least three seats. Even without these three races that on paper should be easy wins for Republicans, there are still Senate races in competitive states like Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada, none of which have Republican incumbents. This means Democrats are going to be on defense, having to spend their resources to at least six states, while Republicans have no real competitive races to defend. The Democrats will be spread thin, defending many seats as Republicans continue to go on offense nationwide. We are going to analyze all the states Republicans have a chance at flipping in 2024 throughout the next few months. We will look at past elections, candidates, trends, and possible outcomes. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss them. In this video, we're going to start off with the most likely state to flip to Republicans, located in the heart of Appalachia, West Virginia. West Virginia is one of the most conservative states in the country. A very white and rural state, West Virginia gave Donald Trump 68.63% of the vote in the 2020 election. West Virginia is also one of just two states where every single county voted for Donald Trump. This begs the question, how do they have a Democratic senator? West Virginia didn't used to be the Republican stronghold it is now. From the end of World War II until 2000, West Virginia only voted for the Republican nominee for president 3 times and the Democratic nominee 10 times. The state and local level were also mostly dominated by Democrats. This was because of all the coal mining. The Democratic Party has consistently been the party of unions. The vast majority of West Virginia coal miners were pro-union, so they mostly supported Democrats. This sort of stops once we hit the 21st century, when many mines began to shut down and union membership decreased. As the Democratic Party became more left-wing on social issues like abortion and gay marriage throughout the 2000s, West Virginia became more Republican on the presidential level. From 2000 onwards, Republicans have continued to do better in West Virginia as more and more voters realize the Democratic Party of today is not their grandfather's Democratic Party. Incumbent Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is the senior U.S. Senator for the state of West Virginia and has been in office since 2010 when he defeated Republican John Reese in the special election, receiving 53% of the vote. Manchin had previously served as state's governor. Joe Manchin has been a conservative or blue dog Democrat during his time in office and became well known nationwide for his response to the Sago mine disaster and the Upper Big Branch mine disaster. Both of these disasters involved unsafe coal mines that blew up, killing many miners. Joe Manchin took a strong stance against Massey Energy, the company who operated the mines, and worked to see justice served for the miners' families, as well as pass regulations to ensure the safety of other coal mines. This, along with Manchin's conservative stances on abortion, gun rights, and drugs, made him wildly popular across the state. Joe Manchin ran for the Senate seat held by fellow conservative Democrat Robert Byrd in 2010 after Byrd retired due to poor health. Manchin ran as a Democrat of old, promising to be bipartisan and support workers at the national level. Manchin won by over 10 points to his Republican opponent and did particularly well in coal and mining counties. In 2012, he was up for re-election, and he won by an even bigger margin of 24 percentage points. In this same election, Mitt Romney defeated Barack Obama on the presidential level in West Virginia by 26 points. This means more than 25% of West Virginians voted for both Mitt Romney and Joe Manchin. That is crazy ticket splitting. Manchin continued to maintain his moderate edge after 2012 as he did not have a good relationship with the president Barack Obama. In 2016, Manchin was one of the very few Democrats who spoke well about Donald Trump. Manchin also voted for most of Trump's cabinet appointments and Supreme Court justices, bucking the Democratic Party. In 2018, Manchin was up for re-election. He narrowly defeated Republican challenger Patrick Morrisey by just 3 percentage points. This was Manchin's closest election yet. For some strange reason, Manchin's attitude must have changed after he won re-election, as Manchin would vote to impeach Donald Trump twice and vote against his third Supreme Court appointee, Amy Coney Barrett. Remarkable how after winning an election that a candidate's tune can change so much. Manchin is a smart politician. He may vote with Joe Biden and the Democrats 90% of the time, but he opposes them on the issues that make the news. Build Back Better was a national issue and Manchin opposed it. However, on bills that don't really make the news, Manchin is a partisan Democrat. Fortunately, the people of West Virginia see this, and Manchin now has an approval rating of only around 42%. The Republican primary for 2024 in West Virginia has already taken shape, as multiple Republicans think they will easily be able to defeat the now wildly unpopular Manchin. Hypothetical matchup polls show Manchin struggling to get more than 40% of the vote. Alex Mooney, a Republican congressman from West Virginia's 2nd Congressional District, has already entered the race to challenge Manchin. Mooney faced a competitive primary in 2022 as his district was merged with another Republican congressman's. Mooney was backed by Donald Trump in the primary and won relatively handily. He is a strong supporter of Donald Trump and is highly regarded by most conservatives nationwide. West Virginia's beloved governor, Jim Justice, has also expressed interest in running. Jim Justice is absolutely beloved in the state, winning re-election back in 2020 with more than 63% of the vote. Jim Justice is a former Democrat who switched parties in 2017 because of his support for Donald Trump and his pro-worker policies. Justice is the fifth most popular governor in America and has done a great job as a pragmatic and effective leader. He has continued Manchin's pro-worker and union agenda while also cutting taxes and working hard to bring back jobs to the state. Jim Justice is also a billionaire and has spent hundreds of millions of his own money supporting food banks and charities across West Virginia. Because of his wealth, Jim Justice could self fund his campaign, allowing the Republican Party to put their money in other races. Both Alex Mooney and Jim Justice are well liked in West Virginia, and either one will probably beat Joe Manchin. That said, if both Alex Mooney and Jim Justice end up running, we could very well see a very competitive Republican primary and risk splitting the Republican vote. This cannot happen. In 2022, many Senate races saw bitter primaries where Republican candidates spent more money attacking each other than attacking the Democrats. This made supporters of losing candidates not turn out in the general election, hurting the Republicans in many swing states. Joe Manchin seems vulnerable, but he's definitely capable of winning against the odds, as seen in 2012 and 2018, both of which on paper he probably should have lost. In my opinion, Governor Jim Justice should run for Senate against Manchin, as he is not only more likely to win, but better on certain issues. Alex Mooney can run for governor and replace Jim Justice. Manchin is a very vulnerable Democrat and should lose badly in 2024, but we have to be smart. Jim Justice has more name recognition and would definitely have the edge in a primary. In a best case scenario, Governor Jim Justice would run for Senate and Alex Mooney would drop out and run for governor. Jim Justice would use his personal fortune wisely and absolutely curb stomp Joe Manchin. Alex Mooney would become governor and continue Justice's agenda while maybe running for Senate sometime down the line. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe for more.